Welcome to Brown Bricks Podcasts. The most fun you can have.
The most amount of fun you can have
podcast.
Listening to a podcast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're back with the Franzia. We don't have a sponsorship yet. Unfortunately, we're working on it.
Yeah.
They haven't answered our emails.
This is a message to just our Japanese fans once again.
You're the only people we talk to.
Also, we have like a 3% English contingent. That's from like.
We only 3% of our listeners are English speaking.
No.
What the fuck?
No, hold on.
No, but if you're Japanese, you are a fucking first platoon. Okay, you are primary force that we can mobilize
For our Franzia
sponsorship. Find their email. If you have an N for some reason, even though you're Japanese, use that N. Get us a sponsorship. All we want is one free box wine.
Every one would be a victory.
Every week,
delivered
directly to our friend Taja's house. And what's the email where Franzia can contact us?
brownbrickspodcast@gmail.com. Or, if you have any other questions, send it to brownbrickspodcast@gmail.com.
But
why do we believe that the Japanese have any connection?
It's not that they specifically have the connection. It's that they're a more determined people.
On average.
Okay.
They're more willing to get shit done.
We're lazy Americans in a country full of similarly lazy Americans. The Japanese are hard workers, and if they listen to this and they're inspired, they will get it done.
Yeah, we gotta start, we gotta write our own manifesto and create a little cult around our podcast. Too.
Alright, I'll say this, Franzia, if you're listening. If you don't contact us within a week, we will execute.
We will take drastic measures to ensure our sponsorship goes through.
I have 2 dogs at home. I will flip a coin.
This is on you.
This is on your hands.
Chico's life.
A coin flip determining what will keep ambiguous.
Just know if that box wine doesn't show up next week, that blood's on your hands.
Yeah.
That's not very ambiguous.
to be vague about it.
To be very subtle, it's fake blood.
Yeah. I'll just spill your wine on his fur.
Yeah. Because fuck your dog wine.
Look, we're drinking your pink Moscato. It's delicious, alright? Just keep sending it our way, please. I don't want to keep spending money on it.
So, what's new with you guys? Anything fun happening? Anything popping?
I bought Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I see them. They're right there on the table.
They sure are.
There's a lot of packs in there.
This is like $100, but...
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck?
There's a bunch of packs in here.
How many packs are...
I think there's 50 or something, or a little bit more than that.
To drive our views up, to game the algorithm, let's open a pack every 5 minutes.
No.
Oh, I got a Holo Charizard, you guys!
That'll be today's special gimmick.
No, we're not gonna fucking open it on air. But
why? Why not? Jack, we'll open it and Jack will just tell us what the most valuable card he got is. And I think this would play well with our Japanese fans.
I was going to I was gonna say this was actually kind of a pain.
Favorite viewers though.
Yeah.
This was actually kind of a pain in the ass to get, I think, because
how many old people did you have to beat up to get it?
No, a bunch of Jake Paulers were trying to fucking get because right now I think it was Logan Paul. He put out a video that was like, I'm collecting Pokemon cards, and then everyone's like, this is the stock market. I should invest by buying the newest booster box of things that have no actual value other than people playing the game or collectors. But I'll do that, and then a bunch of people buy booster boxes.
And are the prices shooting up, Jack?
Are
true Pokemon fans getting fucked?
They are. Well, at least it's so weird because there's this set basically. There's this set called Evolutions or whatever that was. It was base set, was the first set originally, and Jake Paul or Logan Paul bought a bunch of cards from that, because those actually have value, because back in the 90s, nobody was, keeping their Pokemon cards in mint condition, but,
who had these, though? Who had the boxes?
I think, this?
No, the original set. Who was the one who actually had the box still?
Oh,
for
some
him to
guy.
buy.
Some guy.
Some dude.
Some collector who just had it around.
And he's
I think.
willing to sell it.
Oh, yeah. Well, because he sold it for like...
If any of our listeners are the guy who sold that to Jake Paul.
I think it... I think it's just... No, but it's just... Yeah, he bought it from some guy. Apparently, he's like a scam artist because he sold another guy a box of fake Pokemon cards that cost him like $175,000.
What the fuck?
Because he was like, "Oh, these are real," and then they weren't. And then he's living in Brazil or something right now. It was kind of a weird odyssey. But anyways, yeah, Jake Paul.
The Pokemon tax haven of Brazil.
that's where it all goes. I think it's weird because
well, they inspected Donald Trump's taxes.
Why is
he invested
There's
completely?
a line that confused him for a while. They looked into it. He was putting all his money into offshore Pokemon cards.
PKMN.
Offshore Pokemon
Yeah.
accounts.
Is this like a stock?
Yeah.
I think it's
The NASDAQ.
Yeah.
Is determined by the Pokemon stocks.
I don't know. It's just bizarre because
The Pokemon.
everybody saw and they made a re-release set of that like 20 years later and like printed way too many of it. So now they just every time there's a product, they'll always like throw an Evolutions pack into any like product that they have. So all it's supposed to be worth utter garbage or whatever. But now all of those booster boxes are worth like $400 because everyone's like, oh, it's basically the same thing as the very rare ones, right? So they buy those. It's great.
Damn,
Honestly, I agree. Because who cares if one is old or an original? They're the same
Well,
card.
no, you agree, but in the
the
wrong
idea-
way. You
the
agree
idea
in the
of value.
opposite way that
I
they
mean,
agree.
like
Scarcity
True.
creates value.
And then I think it's all worthless.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, this is definitely worthless, but it's worth something to me. Some people are buying this as like a 401k investment opportunity where they're like, I'll
Yeah.
pawn it when I'm old and then I'll make millions.
I bet I could convince.
Personally, put all my cash back in a Beanie Baby.
My dad invests in Bitcoin and like Ethereum and stuff like that. If I told him like about this, I could probably get him to invest in some Pokemon cards.
Did he do it at the right time?
No, yeah, he's fucking. That shit's
rolling
going up.
into Bitcoin.
That shit is
I know.
going up.
Well, I mean, dude, at the end of the year, I bet we're gonna have a fucking Bitcoin dollar. It's gonna be a digital
Hell
dollar
yeah,
from this
dude.
point on.
My mom was like, I understand Bitcoin. I was explaining it to her, and she only got it when and I'm like, you can use it to buy drugs online. She's like, I get it.
I understand.
To be fair, that is definitely the most useful part about Bitcoin. It's just its untrackability.
If you couldn't use Bitcoin to buy drugs online as well as child pornography, I don't
Use-
think it'd be.
I don't think it would be
I
nearly
don't
as
think it'd be
successful.
Use
Successful.
Bitcoin to lobby my senator to make child porn legal.
It is funny to
No one
see.
can say I'm wrong because it's Bitcoin.
Donald Trump only got elected because of Bitcoin, and what do I mean by that? That's up to you.
Yeah,
That's up to you to.
I'm just throwing that
interpret.
breadcrumb out there. Why don't you follow it and see
We're
where that trail
actually
goes?
Q.
Yeah.
We're Q, but you didn't hear that from us.
Yes, they
We're
did.
we're Q. We're Q. Wink. We're not. I think I understand.
I do hope like Q is just some fucking like guy
Yeah.
just jerking off
Yeah.
like I'm manipulating
This
millions of people.
This joke has definitely been made, but it'd be funny if Q was just barren.
yeah.
Just very in touch with
bored.
meme culture.
Yeah.
There's a Bitcoin ATM at a coffee shop that I go to study a lot.
You can get bitcoins out of it.
Well, no, you can put money in
That'd
and it
be
becomes
awesome.
bitcoins, or you can take money out as bitcoins. So you can be like, oh, turn my bitcoins into money. And so many times I've seen people just roll up with like a stack of hundreds and just start like putting it into the machine, or people like pressing a couple of buttons and then waiting a little bit, and then just like $10,000 comes out. It's hyperbole, but like a lot of money.
That
comes
feels
out.
like a fucking sting operation.
It's just
Any car that pulls up to that license plate is getting written down.
Yeah.
Well, it's the only like Bitcoin ATM I think in like my town.
You don't need that to convert cash to Bitcoin.
No,
Or I
you
guess
don't, no.
if it's like
you really
dirty
shouldn't
cash.
because I'm sure
Yeah.
the exchange rate on that is terrible through the ATM.
It's not that bad. They only take like a little percent.
Really?
Yeah, so it's not my friend. That's how he does it because if you have cash, that's very hard to trace. Versus if you invest
Yes.
Bitcoin into
From your bank account?
Yeah, into your bank account, there is There's something
You
there.
should be using like a fucking coin wallet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like the actual Bitcoin wallets for that kind of thing.
I'm
But-
sure a big part of that's also those people like don't really understand the idea of Bitcoin, and so they go in and they say, "Oh, it's like I can put it in. It's like the ATM. I get
Yeah.
the money." And so, I mean, most people who invest in Bitcoin
Sure.
have no fucking clue what's going on with that. They're,
Yeah,
Oh,
what's the
shit.
biggest purchase that's been made with Bitcoin, like legally that we know?
the United
Not-
States of
Not
America.
to restate things I've said, but the White House.
Yeah, that's true. It's was. Hello.
Say
it's
something.
Ethan.
And don't say the N-word this time.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
You cut out that part, Jack, where Ethan said the N-word last time.
Is
I
it?
did, yeah. Then so now there's just a bit where you're referencing back to the part where Ethan said the N word and Ethan
Yeah.
wasn't even on the podcast.
Well, that it's okay that you cut stuff out. That was a long one.
Well, I mean, a lot of the stuff that I cut out for reference in the last one was just like us talking or peeing or not talking about anything specific, just talking about dead air shit. So,
Yeah, like this air right now.
like all three, oh my god. So I'm recording this on GarageBand instead of Audacity, and it doesn't measure in like any sort of time metric that would make sense. It measures in bars because you're supposed to record music on it. And so we're currently at bar 343 as it were, obviously.
Spitting bars,
well,
homie.
we're at 403 right now. So
Okay,
So open a pack.
whatever that means.
Open
yeah.
a pack.
It's true. All right.
Okay, I guess we're actually opening a.
Why not? You know what?
Pokemon card.
All right.
Is this from
okay.
like a specific like line of?
It's the.
This is Vivid Voltage.
Vivid Voltage, the new
It
set.
just came out for reference.
Okay.
These are all recorded on Friday most of the time, so that's why our political statements were horribly outdated.
Well, not horribly outdated. We're just like Biden's probably gonna win.
One,
We don't
two,
know now.
three, four.
Like
Yeah.
it was like a
Yeah.
day outdated. Really.
Yeah,
All right, so you put 4 to the front because that's where all the
the
cool
special
stuff
technique.
is.
Yeah.
So, anyways, all right. So this is all garbage. That's okay. Garbage.
What's the
Garbage.
best one? What's the
garbage.
big boy?
Okay, this is worth like 20 cents.
20 cents.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a shaman. It's just a rare.
It's got a pretty
cool.
back.
Wow.
It's
Our-
colorful, Jack. It's
Our
shiny.
Pokemon's
It is.
so cool. Isn't this such a cool thing?
Guys, email us your favorite Pokemon.
Email us which Pokemon.
Comment down
Which
below.
Pokemon would you like to skull fuck?
I Gardevoir.
Yeah.
That's not even hard.
We know, Jack.
Everyone
currently
knows.
own-
I would like to do that.
I
as
currently
well, okay?
own- I
I
think-
won't let him die on this hill alone.
You know, I think I might own the most complete collection of Gardevoir cards.
On the planet.
For
Well,
me,
no, because-
for me, it's Jinx, but not for sexual gratification sort of thing, but as punishment for that Pokemon being so racist.
You'd fuck her.
You'd fuck racism
Because-
right in the eye.
Because she's black.
You've been pretty naughty, Jinx. You've upset some people.
Jinx.
What are we gonna do about that? How are we gonna make this even?
Can you reason with the Pokemon to can you barter? Can you barter
Well,
sex for
they're-
the Pokemon? Do they
They're
consent?
obviously intelligent enough.
Yeah.
Although, Alakazam's one of the most intelligent
Yeah.
beings on the Poke planet.
And Meowth is the only Pokemon
How
that can
is his-
consent.
Why does this dumbass get caught in a Pokeball if he's so smart?
It's
That and
'cause he
Mewtwo,
wants
I
to.
guess.
Mewtwo's pretty smart.
He wouldn't, but he could.
Yes. Mewtwo, well, he doesn't have any genitalia.
He
Mewtwo.
could suck your
He
dick.
doesn't have a mouth either, does he? Just
He does.
telepathic.
Yeah.
Doesn't
You
he?
could skull fuck
Doesn't he
Mewtwo.
just telepathically communicate?
Yeah, he just telepathically communicates. Well, he does have a little mouth.
Oh, he
Yeah,
does.
I
that's
don't.
a little mouth.
Little mouth and a little dick.
Yeah.
The scientist, the scientist explicitly designed him to have a little tiny mouth
Yeah.
to fit their little scientist penises.
We created the
should.
ultimate life form.
Here-
Just suck my dick.
Here's a cool way to appeal to incels, right? You genetically engineer women to only have very tiny pussies and mouths so that the big dick chads can't have sex with them.
You've locked them off. Those-
Yeah.
You make a smaller
Women-
dick more
I think-
appealing.
If
Here's
they
the
had
thing about whams. Go on.
No, I was gonna say in the beginning of the first Pokemon movie when all the scientists were sitting around talking about genetically engineering Mewtwo, that Mewtwo's sucking them off and he's about to explode with psychic power, and the scientist just says, "We tried to create the ultimate life form and we succeeded," and they blow up right as he comes in Mewtwo's little mouth.
Hell yeah. Dude. Man, that would have really changed my outlook on life as a kid if I had seen that.
It probably wouldn't be. We probably wouldn't be playing Pokemon right now. I doubt it would have gotten as big if like the first
That's the
theatrical
first movie just has a guy
as a guy
getting sucked off
in
by
the
a
first minute. Just getting
weird
sucked up
monster
on YouTube.
creature. I
It's,
did like the live action Pokemon, but Pikachu, Detective
Detective
Pikachu
Pikachu
was pretty good.
I watched that for a bit, then I got bored and I stopped.
I
It was
remember-
funny.
It was
Ryan
okay
Reynolds-
when I watched it, but I just got bored.
Ryan Reynolds was funny guy.
yeah, you know, it was okay. I watched it by myself because none of my college friends wanted to come, and it was like Thursday, the $5 movie nights, and I was like, I guess I'm watching Detective Pikachu by myself, and so I go in and watch it with a bunch of children. My
Your
true
preferred
yeah,
demographic.
my preferred demo. Under 18,
watch
which means that this
movies.
podcast not really hitting that mark.
If Pikachu Sherlock Holmes, who's a Moriarty?
He's not Sherlock Holmes. He's just a detective.
Yeah, he's just a detective.
I don't think that's possible.
You can't be a detective
Isn't there
without
actually
being Sherlock
in
Holmes.
in the game? There's like a Moriarty equivalent.
I don't know. I've never played
Isn't in the
Detective
game? In the
Pikachu.
game, didn't Pikachu have like a fucking Danny DeVito voice?
No, that was the joke that everybody who
They wanted
when
him to
Detective
be-
Pikachu first came out and like people were looking at it and it was all in Japanese. He had a very deep like male voice, so they were like, "I want Danny DeVito to play Detective Pikachu," and a bunch of people edited stuff together that had. And so
That's
it was-
fun. I think I maybe saw that.
Yeah.
That was real.
Yeah,
Have you-
whoa, what the
Have you
fuck?
guys ever seen the giant Detective Pikachu amiibo that's like this big?
No.
It's just
Wait,
a,
how is it an amiibo if it's that big?
I mean, you can have an amiibo in anything. There's a
Well,
Yoshi.
doesn't it have to go on like the Switch?
Well,
or-
so a lot of the
It's an RF
amiibos
RFID.
will like hang off the edge of the
Yeah.
thing, which is
Well,
stupid. And
They're not like magnetic. It's like you put it on and you tap the RFID chip in there and then it scans.
Yeah, I
and
know,
then
but
you
they'll have like the base
shove it up
is
your
like a
ass.
pretty standard size.
Oh, yeah.
And don't some of the amiibos just like fucking hang off the edge of it?
Yeah,
they
there's
made
a-
it
Oh
too
no!
there's
big.
a-
Well, no, yeah, that was like one of the more recent ones I remember because they made the new Smash Bros. Ones and like somebody has like their foot all the way off the side of it and it's like
That's-
it looks like shit.
Do they have a Steve amiibo yet?
No,
No,
they're-
they will be,
They,
though.
they don't
If
even
they
have
put
all
it
the.
out, they better have his base be square.
No,
Why not?
that wouldn't mesh with the rest of them.
But it'd be a nice little nod.
Yeah, but it would look ugly.
I think
So
it'd be.
what do they actually? These amiibos actually do if you like tap your
Damn,
the ID?
how
to
would
your
that
Switch?
feel inside of your asshole?
They wouldn't even fit in the
How
cover
would
drum.
that-
This is the regular Pikachu. That's
Oh,
the detective.
you don't
Pikachu.
Oh, so the
regular-
bases
yeah.
can be different sizes because Detective Pikachu's is way bigger.
Yeah, well, I
Okay.
mean, the bases for the Smash ones are all
Okay.
the same.
Yeah.
So
Tage was asking what the amiibos do in Smash. They like give you like a little robot guy that you can like
You
train.
can train
up.
the AI up. Yeah.
They're stupid. I'll tell you that.
They're
right
just
now.
gimmicks.
yeah, all
It's
of
a
them,
model. It's
everything
like a
in the
little model.
game right now that you can get, like the coolest thing that you can do is in Super Mario Maker, the original, not even 2. You can scan your amiibo and you'll get a costume for Mario of that amiibo. So it'll be like
What the fuck? Why isn't that in 2?
no one knows. People should have been more mad about that. That's the reason I didn't buy 2. But I mean,
That's the reason you didn't buy 2.
that's the only reason.
Not that it's the exact same game.
Is it literally just the same shit?
It's
I mean,
they
how,
added
how,
more
do
of
you,
the
how do you
Mario
change that
games.
concept?
Well,
up?
I mean,
don't-
they added more stuff.
I
but
guess
that's-
I
it's-
guess Nintendo probably left a lot of like convenient.
You could
shit
make
out of
it.
the
You
first
could
one.
make like
Yeah.
a 3D Mario Maker. That
That-
would be cool.
yeah.
I think
That would
it'd
be
really
hard.
fucking hard, yeah.
It wouldn't be that hard, but it would be harder. Like you couldn't do anything like
It'd
too
be
unique
considerably
with it.
less
It'd be-
accessible.
Yeah, it would also be like Minecrafty because you couldn't
Yeah.
have something where you could
get
just
like
like
mostly
draw.
like blocks and stuff like that.
I guess you
like
could do.
Halo 4.
Oh wait,
mode.
no, like Super Mario 3D like World and Land, the ones that
Yeah.
were on the 3DS. I think those could work pretty well.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
they're all
yeah.
like isometric and kind of have.
Yeah, it'd be
little
more blocky.
linear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Who
works.
knows? Get on it,
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
You owe us that idea.
They-
We kind of nailed it there. So. I
I
think that's
don't even know what, like,
transformative.
I don't play fucking Mario games. I don't like Mario games, so I don't even
I
know.
love Mario.
I'm
love
not a platformer
platformers.
guy. I'm not a platformer guy.
That's stupid.
personally.
I'm a platformer guy. I just don't like Mario.
That's weird because that's like the
I don't like.
quintessential.
I have Odyssey for my Switch, and I just did not enjoy playing it at all. I've been playing The Messenger recently. That's like a. It's like a. it's a platformer basically. And there's like light combat in it, but mostly like a lot of platforming and stuff like that. And I enjoy that plenty fine. It's just something about Mario doesn't appeal to me as much.
His fat Italian. You're
I
racist
fucking
against
hate
Italians.
It's because he's Italian.
Yeah.
If there was a
true.
Polak Mario,
There was a Polish
I'd
Mario.
fucking be so pissed.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be nearly as popular
yeah.
if he said, "Come, let's go get potatoes
Yeah,
so we
what's
don't
a-
starve."
Yeah, what's a good Polish saying?
Polish saying, "Oh no, we're being invaded."
Nostrovia. Nostrovia means cheers in Polish.
Ah,
I thought that was in Russian.
you
It
filthy.
might also
fucking-
be Russian.
There's
I don't know.
a lot of bleed over between.
My family's part Polish.
Let's build up our Russian listener base.
I do
Why?
like how white people are always like, I'm part Polish, Irish, and
Yeah, I'm
you know,
mostly-
English.
I'm
And
like
it's
50% Polish, 50% Irish.
Yeah, and it's like,
I'm
oh,
100% pasty white person.
yeah. I thought you said basty white.
My dad took one of those DNA tests, and it's like you are less than 0.1% Central African.
Yeah.
And of course, he just thought that was the funniest thing in the world. So he just
It is pretty funny.
He's
He's
like,
like,
he's
I
like,
knew it.
I guess I can give affirmative action.
I guess
It's just like-
I
It's like
could
I
say
guess
the
I
N-word.
guess I'm
Yeah.
in a way a minority. Huh? It's like, Dad, you gotta stop telling that joke.
No, okay,
I'm
so that's the
beginning to
difference.
think you believe
that's the
it.
difference between like a person who just rules in the upper class versus somebody who's just like fighting it out in the dregs. They're just like, I guess I can say the N word versus like, I guess I can get affirmative action and take a little bit of my tax dollars from the working man.
What's it? My mom did one of those as well, I think, and it was. My parents were pissed because it's like, no, that doesn't look right at all. It's like,
What is it
What?
with-
How would you know? How would you know? First of all, you can look back at your like family tree, but you're not gonna know like the DNA breakdown of your family
Well,
tree.
what is it with like the confirmation bias in things that people have no idea what's going
Yeah.
on?
Like I can get like being like proud about your ancestry, like if you already know it. You're right. Like if you grew up and your family's like, we're Irish, we're
Yeah.
an Irish family, we participate in Irish customs. It's
If
a,
you
it's a
immigrated
thing.
from-
It's part of our culture. We're part of the culture. But if you're like just like a guy and you find out like, oh, I'm 15% Italian.
Yeah.
Looks like I better go learn how to cook some. Like, why?
Yeah. What does that like?
Like
What
you're
bearings
not
does that
like
have?
it's not important to you just because
Yeah.
you found out through an online test that you're some percentage whatever.
Like,
Right?
It could be.
I mean-
Like it's not true. You're not. It's not truly part of your culture at that
Yeah.
point.
Well,
right?
no, your culture is whatever you've been growing up with.
Yeah.
I understand, like, if you felt like you don't really have anywhere, like, you belong, or, like, you just want to know just to connect with that part of
I
yourself.
can get wanting to know, but if then you go like, oh, I'm Italian or Irish or whatever the fuck, and you get like
And
a
then-
little too into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting too into it, yeah, that's weird if it's, like, not something you've done most of your life, but then
What I'm
being
saying
like,
is, if you did not like consider yourself like, oh, I'm an Italian person, and then
Yeah.
like you make that part of your identity when
if
you
you
learn
just,
it later,
just start using an Italian
Yeah,
accent.
you're a fucking loser.
that shows you didn't have a whole lot going on before.
Yeah.
I'm a New York Italian now for some reason.
I have a
and
friend-
I'm from the Midwest.
I have a friend who he gets like a check every month from like this Native American reservation because they're playing
What?
like reparations or something. I don't know.
the reservation is paying out reparations.
like dude,
Yeah.
well, like he's a part of. He's
Finally,
like a part of a tribe. or
Injustice-
All for Little Bighorn.
the injustice people haven't been talking about.
Custer's last stand is finally getting the reparations we need.
I mean, like, apparently he's like a 16th Native American, so he gets paid every single month.
Awesome.
And, you know, he does fine. Like, I'll just
Yeah.
say that as far
Is
as,
he
like, how...
very white
I've been to, like,
passing?
his house. Yeah, no, he's just a white guy.
Yeah.
He's a white guy, and he's just like, I guess I get this check from Native America.
Native American. Yeah, what tribe is he a part of?
That's a good question.
Jack,
That's-
when you go to see him, do you have to bring him a gift of smokes and firewater?
Bring him fire water.
I do bring fire water often when I see him.
Yeah.
I
There was
say-
a thing where
I
like,
would accept fire water for land for sure.
I would
these,
do, yeah.
these people wanted to make like a dam on an Indian reservation or something, right? They wanted some land off an Indian reservation.
This is an Adam Sandler movie.
So they went to them, and it's a custom still to bring them those gifts, and they literally brought them like a pack of like Evian waters, but like it wasn't even the full pack. Like some were out, and taken out.
What the fuck?
And they were gonna say no matter what, but like how much of a fucking dickhead do you have to be to be like
the intern who had to go pick up?
I mean, well, it's just the idea where you're just like...
It's like, it was so funny, because like you could see like the plastic on the side was like torn, so they get some of them.
Why was this recorded?
I think I don't know why it was recorded.
Is there anything, well, I mean, it probably was just like a story, like someone wrote about it.
I think maybe one of the people from the reservation.
The natives,
recorded
yeah.
it. Because they're like the audacity of these people.
Yeah.
The caucasity of these white people.
There's something impressively bad that, like, if somebody gives you something that is essentially worthless, like, it's a bad gift, but then they've, like, already used it and made it even worse.
Oh, I think
like...
they did give them a peck of Marlboros as well.
So, I guess, if they've got reds, then I think that was a fair trade.
They do struggle with alcoholism still. That's still a problem, unfortunately.
Oh, man. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's pretty
fun.
bad. But I think it's just like, if you get like a pizza, if someone's like, hey, I know I shit on your bed, but here's a pizza, like to make it up to you, and they already ate like 2 slices,
Yeah.
part of that just feels bad.
No, the play is like you shit in someone's bed, and then you're like, okay, I'll give you a piece to make up for it. And then when they're like, why did you eat 2 slices if this is a gift to make up? You go like, you were going to eat a whole fucking pizza.
You fat
like
piece
you
of
make them
shit.
feel bad, but like, really? You're upset that you don't get the whole pizza?
There was a place that I threw up on their couch, and so I made them a cookie cake that says, sorry for throwing up on your couch.
Yeah.
So I think I
think that was the reparations.
Yeah, that was what they were looking for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, when the person woke up the next morning, she wasn't sure if she had thrown up on the couch or not, and then she calls.
You should have played it off. You
Well,
should have
no,
been like, you.
Did she sleep in your throw up?
Oh, no, she just slept adjacent to my throw up. But then somebody called her, and she's like, what do I do? And he's like, flip it and forget it. And then so he flipped the cushion, and then he just.
Oh God.
That's fine.
It's
God,
like,
college
it's
life
like
is
that
gross.
scene in Lady and the Tramp where they're both slurping spaghetti, but then they were slurping. They're slurping the same spaghetti. You guys are both throwing up on the bed. You look up, you're like, we're both throwing up in the same.
It was all me. She was like out. She was out most of the
I know,
time.
but just hypothetically speaking, that'd be a nice meet cute. Don't you think?
Yeah, nice meet cute.
Truly,
If you were
absolutely.
both throwing up into the same pile while you're
Yes.
sleeping, and you're like, oh, hello.
Whoa.
Well, I think it's what's it called? I think like with the podcast name stuff, I was contemplating because you had to put like your legal name and like driver's license and stuff to make sure you weren't like grifting Spotify. I don't fucking know.
They probably do
Anchor's
that a
fucking
lot,
weird.
you know.
But it's just like I was just like, could I just put Inspector Gadget as my name and then call it a day? And I was thinking about it real hard, and I was like, I don't think this will go through if I just throw that up.
You could have tried it once.
I could.
I hope that this gets big enough that we have legal battles with Mike Matei.
Yeah. For using his likeness
Yeah,
somehow.
the ownership of Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Mike
Mike
Matei's
Matei.
ownership of fucking Inspector Gadget.
Who does own Inspector Gadget? Is it like Universal?
Inspector Gadget Incorporated. I
Yeah.
assume
I feel
it's
I
like
did a
Tetris
dirty
where they
Jesus
have
Christ, that's a lot.
That's just
I
like
was
beer
paying
attention.
I assume it's. Oh, we're opening another pack now. Everybody get
Oh,
hype.
yeah.
Oh.
Get
Shut
hype.
the fuck up.
We're opening another pack.
I just wanted to even this out because they're equidistant on both sides and
Okay, you don't have to explain yourself.
whatever.
Open
All right,
pack.
1, 2,
Thank you.
3, 4 to the front. Start with the energy.
What
Wind
energy is
Stadium?
it, Jack, for the
So-
viewers?
It's a fire,
Fire
energy.
energy.
And this
We
is
got
the one that has
A
the
Winden Stadium card.
This is the one that has a fucking. Oh, hey, there it is.
Oh,
It's actually
shiny
put-
Charizard!
It's reverse holo.
Pog, dude. Guys, can you email
like-
us? Can you
it's like
email us
$10.
That's like
PogChamp?
20.
Oh shit!
$20.
Well, this is the
$20.
reverse. This is the reverse holo Charizard, so it's not a bad price. It's worth quite a bit of money.
Guys,
So-
if you're hype about Charizard, can you email to
Can you give us a
Brownbridge
Pog-
Podcast
Pog in the
email.com? Can you
email?
email us PogChamp, please?
Yeah.
So you're in the green for
Please.
2 packs then, right? For 2 packs, would you say?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, actually, the
Yeah,
reason why
$100.
no, yes. Well, I
So,
mean,
for
I
the
know
2
I'm gonna
packs,
for the 2 packs that I've opened.
You
Okay.
though that one's good enough that you know the rest will get you to that 100.
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, like I literally
There's a
bought
bet-
this for
it's-
fun.
Okay,
It's
for
I
fun.
the people who think the people who are like Wolf of Wall Streeting Pokemon cards have no like. There's no like opening anything that has a random chance of like what you get as far as like cards go is not a good investment ever. To be like, I'm gonna buy the sealed product. You should buy the singles and then use those as like leveraging investing stuff.
You should do this.
You should. I'm giving you some sweet investing tips.
No, yeah,
right
you
now.
gotta remake Wolf of Wall Street, but instead of cutting his lines of coke with like a fucking credit card, you're
Cuts
just
it
cutting
with
with
the shiny
Pokemon
Charizard.
cards. Yeah,
Look,
fucking the rarest
The
Pokemon card he has.
card industry mirrors Bitcoin, and when Bitcoin falls, Pokemon cards rise.
It's true.
So when Bitcoin starts to fall,
It's
cash out,
It's about to fall.
cash out, reinvest that shit right back into Pikachu's.
It's. I mean,
Multiple Pikachus.
Actually, the most
Only Mikachu.
Mikachu, Hatsune Mikachu.
Yeah.
I think the most expensive card from this is a shiny big chonker Pikachu from.
Nice.
He's Dynamax.
Oh yeah, they're like the fat.
Oh,
Yeah.
this Dynamax. What a fucking
Dude, fucking.
yo. Hot take. Sword and Shield not that good.
Also, the Sword and Shield current
Wait.
meta, the Pokemon card game, also not that
you
good.
didn't play Sword and Shield,
No.
but Jack
I
has.
did,
Though,
yes.
yes.
How
It's
do you
fine.
feel about it?
Well,
It's
no,
totally
I
fine.
think Phineas is right.
I think it's fine. Like, I mean, like the game itself, it's a fine Pokemon game. I think the biggest problem that I have with Pokemon right now is the lack of innovation that they're bringing to the table.
Yeah.
Because like, it'd be different if it was like, oh, this is like an indie game that's kind of like going to the next one, but like Pokemon's the most successful.
The only thing they ever do is like, here's new Pokemon.
Which like they
Well,
took them out.
Also,
this time.
yeah.
They
Also, the
fucking-
fucked up thing is like they do have like sometimes a new thing each generation of the game.
Yeah.
But then for some reason, like they don't want to keep it.
They always remove it. Yeah, that's because there's always like a really cool quality of life change that they add, like super training or just like a bunch of little things that they'll put in the game, and they'll be like, "Well, you guys don't actually want that," and they'll take it out.
Yeah.
'Cause
Like
they're-
Mega Evolution, like an obvious idea, and obviously a good idea too, to just have another evolution, like an easy way to add new content. Not easy, 'cause
Yeah.
you have to design new Pokemon, but you know.
Yeah.
Fairly easy for
easy
their
on the game
resources.
designers,
Yeah, but
For the
like then
biggest
then they
franchise
just
in the
stop
world.
for like no good reason,
Yeah,
right? Which like of all mechanics, that one seems like it would be like a mainstay.
the evolution.
And then they're
stuff.
like, here's Dynamax instead. It's like Mega Evolution, but like just
But dumber.
worse.
well, like Mega Evolution was always the thing that everyone was like, "Fuck yeah, that's so like
Mega
that's
Evolution was a
that's
cool
cool. It was
idea.
fucking cool." But then
Because
then,
you play Pokemon for the Pokemon designs,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like some people get into like the fucking competitive aspect of it, but let's be real. It's popular because people like catching Pokemon. So if you add new evolutions,
You think
people are
Smogon's
hyped
not
for
the
it.
rea's that
Smogon.
Pokemon's doing so well? I
And
mean,
then they're like, okay, well now let's get rid of a bunch of the
Kolar.
favorites and let's take away a new evolution mechanic that everyone loved. Like that wasn't like a controversial mechanic. Like maybe
Yeah.
some of the designs people thought were stupid. But
yeah, it was the only thing that was controversial was like some of them were like pretty overpowered. But again, it was literally it was like Dynamax is a controversial mechanic because from a competitive standpoint,
They removed Mega Evolutions with Dynamax, right?
yeah. Well, when they ported stuff over to the 8th gen, so on the Switch, they were like, well, we're not bringing a bunch of Pokemon, and we're also not bringing back like Mega Evolutions and Z moves.
So are
which
they not adding new ones, or can you just not use Mega Evolutions at all?
You
of
can't
the
use
new
Mega
ones?
Evolutions.
So those designs are just totally.
So-
That's so
unusual.
fucking
Yeah.
stupid!
How do they like reconcile the whole lore about like Mega Evolutions and Dynamax?
Well, it's a different region,
No,
so
they're,
it doesn't
they're
matter.
different realities. It's
Oh, wow.
it's
yeah.
complicated.
That happened in like Ruby,
Omega
Sapphire.
Ruby and
Yeah.
Alpha Sapphire. There's a thing where
Different regions is reason enough, I
no,
feel
they're
like.
well because in X and Y they go into the lore of Mega Evolution and they talk about how like it was like a million years ago that it started going on. And then they were like, well, that doesn't make sense with the lore of the other games. And so they have an episode at the very end of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire where you go up with Rayquaza and you fight Deoxys, and then you're just like, oh, those are two separate universes. This one's after
Yeah.
X
You
and
literally
Y.
go into space,
What
like
the fuck?
riding
No,
the closet.
but it's like afterwards, you're just like, oh, there's this meteorite that's coming towards our Earth, and then you just open a portal to the other Earth, and it's that one. So all of like the original Pokemon worlds is just like fucking dead, I guess.
That's awesome.
That
dude.
was the plan.
That's actually awesome.
They I don't like, what is it with people, I mean, like Chris Channing it up for, they're just like, I have to make,
Well,
like,
that's a problem with like comics as well, because like they just not one writer. It's just a fuck ton of writers who all have their own ideas, and it's like, well, I guess we got to cram all this shit in.
well, that's
here.
that's what pissed me off about the ending of the second season of Legend of Korra. The way that they kind of did that, where they were just like, oh, you like Thing? Fuck Thing.
I mean, look, things should end.
Yeah.
And for some reason, people like are recently liking content that doesn't end, and so then it never gets an ending, and they're like,
That's
too bad
true.
that thing that lasted way too long never got an ending.
wish-
And it's also the worst combination of the two, because it used to be things didn't end, but they were like TV shows were like episodic.
Episode.
So you could conceivably have a Simpsons or a like Family Matters go on for
Yeah, like a
eternity and be fine.
Seinfeld, yeah.
But I mean, now people like things that are like,
Story,
Yeah, story.
progression, and also it will never.
yeah, and also I don't want it to see it go.
I just like, was there ever back in like Roman era times like serialized plays that you'd have to come back to like every fucking week?
That'd be so
see
funny.
the new play, continue the story, and people are like, no, you can't cancel this play.
You're just getting to know the fucking managers canceling plays. They're
Yeah,
like,
what's the
all right,
fucking-
you have 3 minutes to wrap it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, what's the Firefly of fucking epics, you know?
Of the medieval
Uh,
times.
Well, I mean, like, I guess
Firefly ended how it
we
needed
probably
to.
wouldn't know.
I don't know.
What
it.
is Firefly?
It's like a sci-fi show that people are upset it didn't get more.
Nathan
episodes.
Fillion. And
I don't know
Firefly,
anything
what
about
the
it.
fuck?
Firefly's
Firefly,
good.
what the fuck? A
That's
show
so
I haven't
weird.
heard of? What the fuck?
Well, you're talking about like it's so popular.
It is.
right?
It is.
Like,
Really.
It's, I mean, it's
Was it
relatively
network
popular.
television?
It used to be
I mean, it
very,
network television.
It was on like some
Really?
shit.
It
I
was
don't
on
know.
network television. Yeah. I mean, it's
Probably.
not. It's kind of old at this point.
It was
Not
on
old,
Netflix
but-
for a while. I'm pretty sure that's how I watched it.
Indeed.
But no, yeah, like
Oh shit, it is old. It's like 2002.
Damn, dude.
wow.
Damn.
It
we're
has a
so
movie as
old.
well. But yeah, Firefly
ratings.
was good, but it definitely just ended well enough that I don't care. Like people are like, bring it back. Bring it back. Bring my favorite show back. It's like, shut the fuck up.
It is the idea where they're just like, I mean, literally some people are just like, I want to keep going on adventures with these people because I have, like, I view them as, like, my friends. I lost some of my friends because you're not making more Ren and Stimpy.
I like
don't know.
shit that ends probably way more than I like shit that doesn't ever end.
What confuses me is like Netflix specifically has a thing where like they will always do like 2 seasons of a show,
Yeah.
and then they're like, maybe we'll do a third, but they don't end it. And the reason for that is there's like a thing that I think is probably part of the Screen Actors Guild or something, where it's like after 2 seasons of a show, I think it's 2 seasons, maybe it's more, but I think it's 2 seasons, you, at that point, even if you agreed to a set price, you're able to renegotiate after that no matter what. Like, everyone working on it has the right to do so. So if you're doing a show that gets popular, of course, coming to the 3rd season, you want to renegotiate.
It makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense from
But
Netflix's
then Netflix is
perspective
like,
as well.
Netflix
though.
is like, well, okay, then if we have to pay you more, then fuck you. Everyone wants to make a TV show on our streaming service, so we'll find someone else. And it differs from cable, because cable has limited shows it could put out there, right? Because it has a limited time slot.
Yeah.
Whereas Netflix just wants to put as much as it can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Netflix is just going to sign a fuck ton of people for 2 seasons. What I don't get is why don't they just say, okay, 2 seasons and you can maybe keep it kind of open-ended, but let's have something that seems like an ending, because it's probably
sure.
going to be
Yeah.
over after.
It does
this.
make sense for Netflix as well, though, in case it's way more popular than they anticipate. Like, keep it open.
I guess.
That also might be a showrunner decision, because I know Netflix is pretty lenient with like what they let their showrunners kind of get away with
Yeah.
on some of the smaller productions.
True,
so,
yes.
I mean,
Maybe the showrunners keep it open second season, and then when they come back to negotiate the third, they're like,
Yeah.
"You're too expensive."
Netflix can't be that picky either. I don't imagine.
There's so much shit on that. I mean, it's no Amazon Prime, but there's so much shit on
Yeah,
fucking
Prime,
Netflix.
why are they so fucking picky about the shit that they get on there? I don't.
They're not
understand.
picky at all. Are
They're
you kidding?
picky. Well, they're picky enough for certain things. Like they're not picky about like shitty movies, but they're picky about like certain TV shows. Like, why don't you just have that? Like, you're able to buy it on Amazon. Like,
Well, they don't have it because of licensing stuff. I'm talking about like.
But you're
what they're-
Amazon. What the fuck?
What they're willing to license, because like we saw Weeaboos versus Vampires on Amazon
Yeah,
Prime.
that's
Like
true.
we saw,
What?
we
The
saw like haunted
Home
house,
video, a haunted whatever.
a haunted house.
Are you
Haunted
ever
Night.
looking at like
Yeah, haunted.
the movies on Amazon Prime, and you're like, "Oh, there's one that I didn't see when it was still in theaters. Let me check out," and then it's like still not available for rent. And you're like,
Yeah.
who the fuck do you think you are?"
Yeah, it's like not playing. You have to buy it or whatever. And you're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are you
It's so
talking
weird.
Yeah,
about?
like for the longest time, maybe still, like the new Spider-Man was like you couldn't rent him. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Okay? like
Like I don't even. I
you're not
guess.
special.
Like imagine though, because I remember I went over to somebody's house and we were like trying to decide what movie to watch, and they were scrolling through their thing and they just bought like a bunch of superhero movies because it's like, oh yeah, my dad likes watching the superhero movie as soon as it goes to streaming, but he's just like,
God.
oh, because he does that, he just buys all of them. So they have
Ugh.
like they had like mountains and mountains of superhero movies, and I was like, this is a lot of money that you're just spending on
Dude,
shit.
Yeah, buying movies on a streaming service is so much worse than buying them physical ever.
Yeah.
Like you just it's the same thing as like a game, I guess, or like they could take the license away anytime if you don't actually own it physically. But it feels different with the movie because the movie is like a one-time experience,
Yeah.
and you're buying that
There's also
digitally.
like I don't necessarily collect hardcover games, but I definitely enjoy having like DVDs or
Yeah.
like complete stuff of movies.
There's something nice about it, but at the same time, it's like it's much less convenient, obviously.
Yeah, and no one has a DVD player anymore. I
Yeah.
remember I was like, oh, I saw like for like $15 there was a special edition Princess Momonosuke, Princess Mononoke thing at like Walmart, and I was like, oh, that would be cool to buy. And then I was like, wait, do any of me or my roommates have a DVD player? And I was like, no,
We
we
guys
don't.
have like Xboxes or PS4s, right?
We have a Wii. We have a single Wii
That'll
and a
play.
record player.
That'll play a DVD.
No, it won't.
The Wii.
Wait, we
the
still-
Wii will play a DVD.
No.
It won't play Blu-ray. It'll play a DVD.
No, we will not play DVD.
What the fuck? I swear I've
No,
seen something
okay.
on a Wii. before.
Can we
What
play
the fuck?
DVD?
That
I don't know. Okay, well.
he said that sentence spaced out like he was typing it in, but he hadn't started typing it in.
Can we?
No, the
What?
Wii console does not play DVD, HD DVD, Blu-ray
None of
discs,
them?
CD discs, or yeah.
Okay, well, after it can't play DVD, it can't do any of the other things.
It's like,
it's
well,
like
it
I can
does
play
play-
Blu-ray,
Yeah.
but I can't do a DVD.
Yeah, that's
The Wii only plays Betamax.
You put tapes in the
the
back
Wii's a
of a
fucking
Wii.
record player,
Yeah.
but it only does like what's 7, 8 inches. The ones that like the smaller one that you can like,
Yeah,
put the
the
Wii on its
smaller
side and like it
baby
rotates
records.
through.
Damn, that would be kind of
You
tight.
can actually put the Wii in a VHS and it'll play the Mario Bros.
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, stick the side of it all the way in there.
There's a
God
legal
damn.
reason they had to produce like 100 million different copies of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, so they just incorporated that
Most
into the
of them,
Wii.
yeah, were just on the side of Wii
Yeah.
consoles.
Alright, well, I
Tapes.
think it's time to open up another pack of
Oh,
Pokemon
God.
cards.
I'm gonna pee then. Fuck
Who
off.
wants to do it? Does anyone else?
Yeah,
I'll
want
do
to
somebody
do
it.
else.
I'll do
Alright,
it.
hell yeah.
So what, you bring the 4 in the
Yeah,
front
so
to the back?
yeah, you count from 4 from the front. Oh, also remove the bottom card, which is like a code card. From the bottom, you slide it out so you don't see the back, because the back is an indication of the rarity of the card. in
Oh,
the
because
rare
the
slot.
different ink they
Yeah.
do for the weight, right?
Yep, so you can't weigh it. It's
Right.
pretty smart.
Tej, open it for me. I can't open the
You open
Pokemon.
it like chips, I think. Yeah.
Jack, help us. Jack, you're the Pokemon pro. We don't know how to do it. Oh, shit.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Alright, so how do I go about this?
All right, so you pull it out, and then you
Pull it
take
out.
the bottom card, and then you
Bottom card.
take that, and then
I
you
don't
put
look at it.
Yeah, you don't look at it, and
And
then
I
you flip
take-
it around,
Flip it around.
and then
Bring
put
these to
four.
the front.
Yeah, 4 of those to the front.
Am I doing it wrong?
You're doing
Oh
pretty
no,
slow.
you're doing it beautiful.
You got.
You're doing it beautiful.
unboxing.
All right.
You gotta go fast.
So
We got
water,
So
energy.
I just don't
Wait.
give a shit.
Oh
about
shit!
cool.
That
Colossal,
looks,
yeah.
That looks cool.
That's-
Dude,
Yes.
Is it
bros,
actually good, though?
220 HP, bros.
Dude, oh, dude, that
Whoa,
definitely.
it is.
that
It's
would kill everything,
colossal
bro.
Christian,
It's cold,
guys.
180, dude.
Oh
dude,
shit, that actually looks
180
pretty
guys.
cool.
It's-
Damage.
180 damage. Oh my gosh.
VMAX Colossal is actually a deck that everybody's pretty
This would
hyped
for
about.
sure kill Pikachu.
No, that's the thing. It's Pikachu and Zekrom. Like that's a counter to it because the
So it doesn't kill Pikachu.
it super kills Pikachu.
but
That's
you just
the
said
point.
that they're a counter to this.
No, that it's a counter.
Oh, this
to
is a
that,
counter to
because it's a
Pikachu.
fighting
Oh,
type.
Yeah, watch out, Pikachu.
Just watch it.
Wait,
Colossal
why is
Christians
Colossal
coming
You have,
in.
a,
here.
you have an
Fighting
estimate on the amount?
It's about
value.
$5. Also, the reverse Jolteon's about $1. So
Okay, but-
it's not bad.
Are Pokemon packs hand organized? Like,
I don't know.
I love
I
the
don't know
idea-
how they do that. I
love
don't
the
know how
idea
the little
of just like a factory worker being like,
put 3 to the
This
front.
this guy's gonna be so hyped.
this guy's gonna be fucking rolling.
Just like they're doing that as they're like looking at the suicide nets.
Yeah.
I have to imagine they're not, but
They're like, I was gonna fucking kill myself today, but then I gotta pack some Colossals and some Vivid Voltage Pokemon booster packs.
my wife is gonna be so proud of me.
My wife was dying of
Yeah.
like
I used to be in charge of the energies, but recently I got promoted to the
the colossals.
The Colossals.
Just colossals.
All right, wait, what are these suicide nets? Like, is,
Oh,
are they
yeah,
there
yeah.
for,
The
like,
Chinese suicide net?
Yeah.
Oh, they're-
what-
so people in factories would commit suicide way too often because their life is just that bad, and so they jump off the side of the building. So they're like, "Well, our workforce is going down significantly," and like the based the based capitalists the Chinese are, they're like, "How do we
Yeah.
stop that?" And so they put nets around their building, so when you jump off, you just get
land.
caught by the net.
I'd love to be like the first guy when like the day the nets were installed to try and kill yourself. You're like, what the fuck?
Psych, bitch!
I love
Psych,
the idea of you
motherfucker.
installing those nets and just being so overworked. You're like, the irony right now, if I just would fucking end myself.
yeah. Yeah. Take the net down with you.
Or he's like, I sympathize with their urge to kill themselves, so he makes the nets kind of shitty so they don't work.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
leaves one hole. It's like
Yeah.
the.
You
It's
have
like,
to aim for
Yeah,
that.
the thing in the
Yeah,
Death
it's
Star.
a net, but there's a person-shaped hole in it, so you have to try to line yourself out.
it's like
It's like a game.
And if you don't, you're just gonna like rip off your leg because it's just gonna
yeah.
get caught on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are these nets made out of, huh?
The people who kill themselves.
The tendons
They're
of
efficient.
past victims of.
Because I imagine landing in a net from any height like that would not feel pleasant.
It's like a trampoline. You go right back to work.
Yeah,
it points you back into the
right
raging
back into
cage.
the fucking cage,
Yeah,
homie.
I
Get
don't know.
back in there.
Yeah,
So if you remove the net, how many people do you think will commit suicide the next day?
all of
A
them
lot.
everywhere.
Every Chinese
Oh
person.
shit! The net's off,
Stop.
boys! Like fucking
Let's go.
lemmings.
They're just like rushing.
They can't find other building. They can't find other buildings to jump off
You
of.
ever see that? You ever see that?
It has to be my
You ever see
fucking
that one
factory.
part in like World War Z where all the zombies
Yeah.
are like they're hoarding up on each other and like
In-
climbing the wall
in
like that?
Israel?
It's that, but the opposite. It's
They're all
that.
falling off.
So they're all jumping off such a like clip that they actually just start to
Just
make a
form a
wall.
massive pile.
What a depressing topic.
It's just
Anyways,
we don't have
yeah,
any,
that
we don't
guy-
have any Chinese listeners.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's
Like-
true. Anyways, to that guy, thanks for the colossal V. We really
Yeah,
appreciate it.
whoever,
Yeah, to
whatever
anyone
factory
listening who's
worker.
Chinese, stop. All right? There's only one.
Only room for
There's
one
only one
Asian
friend
ethnicity.
from the east that we respect.
No,
And
we have
it's
some
the
South Korean.
It's the
We have,
Vietnamese.
we have, yeah, we have some Vietnamese and South Korean listeners.
I said there's only one that we respect. I'm not saying they're the only ones.
Oh shit! That's
Oh,
a
no.
pretty broad stroke statement you're
Yeah.
making right there.
Yeah, it was Veterans Day recently.
I like the idea that I'm just assuming that they're like straight up Japanese people. They might just be like expats.
We've That would actually be more impressive to me in some ways.
That makes more sense to me because
it makes more sense, but it's like, why are these expats listening to us?
Please just email
Somebody
brownbrickspodcast@gmail.com. We need to know.
I'm so curious.
We need to know that it's not just our
So
friends
has no one
listening.
emailed you at all?
It's not me who has the email. It's Phineas or Jack.
It's me.
Or Jack.
I
I think it's Jack.
Okay.
Jack, you're
I
meant
don't
to
know.
go. You're meant to also act like you didn't know it was you. It was just.
Oh, okay. That would have been
None of
funny.
us are Jack.
That's a good bit.
I have the Twitter account.
Oh yeah, I
No.
guess I'll set up a subreddit.
So,
So
but
if
the
you
thing is,
listen to this, by the time you listen to this, reddit.com/r/what Brown Bricks podcast.
yeah, Brown
Sure,
Bricks podcast.
yeah.
Because
Brown
Brown
Bricks
Bricks is already taken.
Brown
Again,
Bricks-
hostile
Brown Bricks
takeover of
podcast
Brown Bricks?
Official
So just people posting
fan
pictures of their
subreddit.
shits. Their solid
I-
shits.
I saw no. It's a meme subreddit for it's our people.
It's
We're-
Mike
all
Matei.
There's-
posts on Brown Bricks subreddit must either be relevant to the podcast or anti-Semitic.
So there's two.
We're going to be at odds with r/Israel.
There's two things or whatever. We always talk about we talked about it at the beginning of the podcast this time. But we always talk about the email at the very end of the podcast and only in the description. So like that's probably. I mean, it's not why like most.
This is why we're not a hit yet.
Yeah, this is why we don't have friends.
No.
You guys are letting us down.
Look, guys, we've worked so hard at this, and you don't tell your friends about it.
No, but then the second one, there was another Brown Bricks podcast before this one.
Yeah, it was like a realty.
Yeah, it was like a
podcast.
real estate one.
That's so fucking lame.
That did not go like we.
How
surpassed
many
that.
episodes do they have?
They have like 5 or something, and they stopped posting.
We're past them now, boys.
Yeah, we beat them. We beat
Oh,
them.
fuck,
Get
we
fucked-
lived
get-
longer.
All right, look, if go to the Brown Bricks Realty Podcast Twitter and just flame them hard. All right?
comment on their podcast.
Really harassed.
Yeah, slide in the DMs with hate.
Yeah, it'd be like I was hoping for something where I'd get red pilled about homeless
Yeah.
people, but instead I got some realty.
Send them
bullshit.
angry messages in Japanese, even if you're not one of our Japanese listeners. Fucking get
Yeah.
Google
Google
Translate.
Throw it on
dog.
Google Translate. Big Chungus Super Chatto time.
Yeah, do that.
So how would you guys feel about having my dad on to talk about Bitcoin?
I'd be against it.
I am also against
Oh my
this.
god! When I was,
I think that would be
I was like, okay.
Shut the fuck up,
What about a
Dave.
homeless person?
I was,
Yeah,
I
that's
was
true.
fucking saying like, okay, I'm gonna go. My sister's like, can I come? And I'm like, no, you fucking can't. You bitch.
Let's
Why
have
not?
let's have Alice on.
Yeah, let's have
her on.
Alice on.
I cannot have her know that I'm doing this.
Wait, why did she want to come?
Yeah.
She was mostly joking, but if I said sure, she would have come.
And then what?
And
She
then
would've-
well, she thought I was just saying. I'm not telling her I'm doing a podcast, obviously.
Okay.
No, I understand completely that sentiment.
And then we would have all gang banged Phineas's sister.
Live on
That
the
would have been
podcast.
podcast, yeah, and I would have been like, please stop. This is why I didn't want to bring her.
While we're all doing that, somebody's just like, "Wow, this is a pretty bad bit for an auditory podcast." Am I right?
Yeah, I'm like still trying to crack jokes. I'm like, guys, you're so bad at podcast. Anyways, email us at
So how was your guys'
and you can
weeks?
tell from my voice I'm trying not to cry.
Oh my
Going
god!
to town.
What if your sister's in second gen VTuber? what if she's the second generation of Hololive
of the
EN
English
VTuber?
Like-
VTubers.
I don't want to be creepy, but if she's being a VTuber, she could just do regular streams and probably get lots of sims.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Right, but why be a VTuber?
Are we assuming the only reason anyone's a VTuber is because they're ugly?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. No. You can see there's like some clips of some of the real ones, like Bakura.
The real one.
Well, of like them
Yeah.
before.
No, yeah, they're.
Bakura has huge tits
It's
in
true.
real life.
It's true.
Pretty crazy.
Wait, I thought they hide their.
They
identity.
try.
Well, they do, but
You know,
people are
people
creepy.
on the
Yeah.
internet. No,
Like
I,
me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, none of the pictures that I've seen, like, of them look actually ugly. But that's funnier
Well,
to
I
say
think
that they're all just.
Maybe it has to do with more with the fact that Asian women, it's harder to be ugly if you're Asian woman.
All right, let's
Is
not
it-
engage with that one.
I don't think that's true.
I
I
don't
think.
agree with that at all.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I mean, I suppose that comes from the bias.
You struggle.
Yeah, you're able to better differentiate like people of your own like culture and stuff. So like, oh, if you didn't have like a ton of interaction with Asian women, you're just like they're all beautiful queens, but like
Maybe not
you had a ton of
beautiful.
interaction with a bunch of ugly ass white women, and you're just like bullshit.
But that is true.
There's
though.
that saying, "Black don't crack." Is there an equivalent saying for Asian people? If not, let's come up with it.
Let's
Officially,
brainstorm
right?
that.
Let's go,
real
yeah.
quick. Asian don't Asian.
In
The first rhyme that comes to my mind that I don't know if it works.
Now
is,
say yellow.
was the yellow and mellow.
Yellow don't mellow.
Well,
so they're always like very intense.
Yeah,
But,
they're
yeah,
not
mellow in the sense of relaxing, in the sense of sagging, which it takes some.
In the sense of mellow-nin.
Yeah. This does not stand. So that was just
This
my
is
first.
not
That
going
was just
well.
my first reaction, but I don't think we should get down that path.
Age?
I think we should
Asian-
avoid yellow. I think
Age
Jack is
in?
right. Asian.
Asian.
Let's go straight for
Asian.
the eyes
Asian.
here, boys.
Asian.
Ayo.
Asian. Yeah,
Asian.
Asian.
Asian. All right.
Okay,
Well,
that's good. Okay, we can get off this
yeah.
bit now.
Use that, Japanese listeners.
Yeah. Not a hodone. Guys.
Every time I bring up the Japanese listeners, you say that.
I think it's the funniest shit.
They're just
Imagining
talking
like
to themselves.
no, imagining like a guy who's like in
Some
like his anime
hikikomori.
high school room, and he's just like sitting there with like his computer, no headphones, and he's
Yeah.
just like thinking.
He's using
and,
this
like,
as a proper learning experience.
I know. Like
I
it's a
see.
common courtesy where like because I mean with like English people, you can just assume that someone's listening, and if not, people just talk because they're American. But like with Japanese people, it's like okay, I want to make sure that you know that I'm listening, and so they're just like nodding along a lot of times, and they'll like respond. And so I think that's really funny if he's just listening to this podcast and he's like, oh, so
Actively engaging with this podcast. Like I've never done with the
Like-
podcast before.
Once again, to our listeners, if you're one of our Japanese listeners, send us an email just saying, was it Naruhodo-ne?
yeah, not a hodone.
Just if you feel that way,
Uh,
just send us that.
Soka.
Also, if you're a cute anime cat girl, Nyauda hodone.
Also,
Yeah,
if
are
you're-
any of our listeners VTubers? Please contact me.
Also,
I'd
if you're-
feel really bad if they
also,
were.
if you're above the age of 18, send us pictures of you naked.
Don't actually
No.
send us pictures of you.
But
Unless-
have your driver license in the picture so we know.
have your birth certificate so Phineas's penis can rip straight
Stick
through.
right through it. Fuck you through your birth certificate.
Yeah, we'll invite girls out here to be like, you want to be on the podcast? And then we're like, actually, we're going to fuck you. And,
And then
we're
they're
not
like,
going to
well-
fly you back.
And they're like, I
We get
came
enough
here
clout to
from
do that.
I came here from 3 blocks over. Like, there's no flying back needed.
All right, boys.
Oh, Tate's
Alright,
opening
we're
one.
opening a new
Yeah,
pack.
we're opening one.
All right, so remember the strats,
Guys,
remember the
get
lead
hype,
strats.
get
hype.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just-
We got,
Oh,
we
you
got it
already
right. That's
fucked
fine.
it.
That's
Oh,
fine.
fuck. Oh,
Just
no.
Put that down.
for the front, so we
For
can
the-
slow roll it. That's what they call it in the biz. They call it slow rolling.
For the
you
front?
put forward to
Yeah.
the front, so you don't know what's on the back.
And now-
and
now
then
you
you
flip
flip
it
it
over.
over, and then you
Alright.
just go
Energy.
through.
Cool
You can go.
energy.
Memory capsule's pretty good.
Memory
Everyone's pretty happy.
capsule.
with that.
All right,
Poggers.
all right. Nice. We got a Wilmer.
Giraffe rig. Oh,
Electrike.
Another
Steelix. Steelix V.
Oh, Iron Tech.
It's a very cool shiny
damage.
Steelix.
Oh my
That's,
god.
that's so
Guys,
much. That's so much
200
energy to put on,
Dude.
though. And I
No,
mean,
no, we
Steel
don't-
has
we don't-
good.
We don't play with it.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, what do
We
you...
don't- I do remember
Oh my
back
god.
to like.
Illustration by Satoshi Shirai.
If you're listening, Satoshi, we love you. This
Satoshi.
is super cool.
Sub.
Sometimes.
I mean, like I remember back in because like now I like play Pokemon. Like I actually.
no.
Well, like before, when I was a kid and I had Pokemon
Yeah.
cards, it would be like bigger number,
Yeah.
easy
Now,
clap,
Jack
boys.
these days plays Pokemon. He used to just fucking.
Wait, how the fuck did you tell it was a rare just by...
Because the common ones look like this. So
Oh,
that's the
okay.
difference.
I
Yeah,
see.
because it's. He
Oh, that's
explained it to
weird.
me.
Why?
Correct me if this is wrong.
For weighing packs.
Yeah,
So-
because the fucking the rare ones like have a different weight. So like
Uh-huh.
you
Like,
could just
in
weigh
terms-
the individual booster
Like,
packs.
these cards have different
To
weights?
figure
Yeah,
out.
they do. So they have.
So
different-
no, these are balance out how that the cards in the back,
Oh, yeah.
whether they're more rare or not, have
What the
different
fuck?
weights.
That's weird.
I know. Well, I mean, it's cool.
That
It's
makes
nice.
sense.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I remember a long time ago seeing a video about a guy making a video like, I'm getting out of the Hot Wheels collection hobby, and and his thing is like, it's just too easy to fake, right? Because like the original packaging and like the old rare ones
Yeah.
was like really easy, like just using like hot water to get the thing off, and then
Yeah, the
really
seal.
easy to reapply
Yeah.
it, and like it was. They were done shoddily enough that like you could not tell if that had been done.
So I for like YouTube will occasionally recommend me like Polly Pocket commercials because I watch like VTubers and it's just like, oh, you're watching like Picora.
I don't get those.
So I'll get like
I for one, as another VTuber watcher, I don't get these Polly Pocket recommendations.
it's
Well, the annoying thing for me is I'm in the Polly Pocket fandom. I keep seeing these goddamn VTubers.
Yeah.
like this is bullshit. I've seen a bunch of side tangent, but I've seen a bunch of like VTuber like ads where they'll be like, "Oh, watch me, I'm a new VTuber," and they'll be like advertising it on YouTube.
You say
Wait,
side
what?
tangent like we have a main line of thought.
like you have a train of thought running.
Jack,
into
we're
this
getting
podcast.
off topic here.
who are these for?
Just a bunch of like indie VTubers and stuff. I seen one for Nichi Sanji.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard of
Bitches.
this. Shut
Hello,
the fuck
Matt.
up, man.
Back to the fucking pink Moscato.
Yeah.
We were never
You
on
wanna
the pink Moscato.
Want to have a sip? It tastes
Yes.
like candy.
It tastes
Have a
pretty
sip.
good.
Just
I'm good right
satisfy
now.
your
I'm good right
curiosity.
Wow. It's
All right.
It's,
Well, then
it's,
fuck off and stop ruining our audio.
It's fan favorite.
I asked-
Quiet Matt.
Shut up. That's what I do to my dog.
I,
They go shh.
but
they get louder even.
but yeah. So I saw that, and then but with like the Hot Wheels commercial.
No. Oh
No.
yeah. Let's have Matt open the
Oh,
pack.
Matt.
No, there's a Hot Wheels commercial
All
where.
right. So Matt, Jack will guide you through.
Yeah.
it. You
Okay.
got to do it in a
So
specific.
you got to
way.
do it in a specific way. If you don't, I will punch you in the face.
Yeah.
So open this pack and then don't move the card or
Don't.
anything. Because I'll tell you how to. Don't open it like that.
Open it
Don't-
like that.
Open it like a bag of
bag of
chips.
crisps. Yeah.
Chris,
Chris.
fucking Brit.
Sorry,
Shut
bro.
the fuck up.
Sorry, listeners. I lived
All right.
in England for a
So
bit.
take out the cards and be gentle. It's like a baby bird. Handle those cards like a baby bird.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
okay.
Don't-
Oh,
don't
it's a
show
rare.
us
That's
that.
fine.
Don't-
That's
it's
fine.
fine.
You know what?
Yeah.
It's fine. We know.
So then that
take
card-
that card off the back, and then put.
Put it down.
So-
So you don't want to see no other ways.
That's fine.
Yeah, we already
We
saw
already
So
it.
saw it.
anyways,
What the fuck?
flip those cards over,
Like how?
like this. Flip
So
them
you
like
see
this.
the back of the
Yeah.
cards.
So
you want to be
you
looking
see
at
the back of the cards. You want to
Bring
see those.
forward to the front.
Look at them. Look at them. Look at the cards. Look,
Look
at the
at
back,
the
of
back.
the cards. All right, now take four of the cards on the back and put them in the front.
Like this?
No,
No,
other way.
other way. One,
Nice. Nail it.
2, 3, 4.
All
All
right.
right, you're good.
Now you're
flip
good.
it over,
And now you can
and now
look
you
at
can
'em.
slowly
Now you
go
can
through the
begin.
entire pack. Now you can flip it over, and now you can go through the pack.
It's
Because
important. You'll
you want
figure
you
it
want the rare one to be on the very back.
Yeah, so it's like a big reveal. Like
Oh,
yeah, it's
oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Energy.
I
Dark
got it.
energy, yeah.
You don't have to show
We're
us
real
every one of
slow
them. Just
rolling
keep
this.
going
Like,
through them
We got
until we get to the end.
Sableye. Keep going.
Jack will
It's
tell you if
fucking-
you're doing
Dewat, nothing. Keep going.
Can I have your sunglasses, Jack?
Opal, terrible. Go for it.
What
Sandile,
the
keep going. Whalmer, I mean, Whalord's okay, but Whalmer's whatever. Keep going.
Yeah,
Weedle.
nice try.
Beldum.
or Metagross, right?
Then we get Fampi, which is actually
Beedle.
pretty good. There's a new deck around that,
What's
so
coming
that's
up,
pretty
Jack?
good.
What's coming up?
Hitmon top, that's pretty good.
And is this the
That's
big
not bad.
reveal?
And then Zekrom.
Is
so
that
it's not-
good?
it's not
Zekrom,
great.
What do you mean it's not- what is that?
There
Legendary?
there
Is
are
it
better
oversaturated?
right now.
Legendaries
there's-
are dog shit.
I mean,
Tage.
there are just better electric Pokemon that you
Tage,
should be running.
legendaries are bad in the Pokemon card game.
No, they're not.
They're
I mean,
terrible.
There's never been a good legendary.
There's never been one.
never once. You're
It
right.
just looks like
I
Tom
forgot.
Cruise in Top Gun.
Tom
right
Cruise. He's an attractive guy. He's short though.
all
now.
right.
Is he?
Tom Cruise is
Yeah,
short.
he's
How
like
short is
5'6".
he? Oh, shit,
or like
what the fuck?
5'7".
He's Tage's idol.
Tom Cruise is a manlet? How did I not know that?
'Cause he
he's a
makes sure
movie
that you
star
don't-
and
yeah.
tries to make you.
So he's like, make sure that I don't look fucking 5'7".
I've seen him
Yeah,
in
he uses
movies.
boxes.
Yeah, I
and
guess.
fucking
Yeah.
stands on boxes.
Let's,
It's like
camera
angles.
let's make predictions on what celebrities are either pedophiles or rapists.
Or man-
I mean,
or
I'm gonna
other
just say all
manlet-
of them.
All
manlet
of them.
celebrities.
Yeah, but what's the next one that's gonna
They
come out?
either sex traffic or they're pedophiles.
They're either in the
Okay,
game or they
sure,
are the
sure.
game.
Would you rather?
But who's
sex
the
traffic
next
or
big
pedophile?
story? Who's the next one that goes public?
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman. Okay.
He's
I
such
feel-
a,
I
he's
like
such
that
a
guy.
prominent.
I feel like
he's such a prominent lib that he has to be a pedophile.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Joe
That's
Biden.
already out. That's already
movie
out.
guys,
Oh,
man.
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
Now, Mark Ruffalo's probably okay, I think.
Yeah,
I hope
I'm
he's
not gonna say
okay.
Mark Ruffalo because he liked Bernie. So
I hope Mark's good, but
You think Bernie Bros are immune
and I
to?
don't think there's
No,
such thing as
they're-
a pedophile Bernie, bro.
I don't
Anyways,
think you're immune to being a pedophile at all, ever.
I don't think.
It'll creep up on you.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Are you gonna get? It's gonna happen to you one day.
Well,
My
70% of the world's
was
population
filling
are
out
pedophiles.
something.
70%.
Are you talking about other countries? What are you talking about, huh?
My
No, just
sister
like
was
every
filling out something.
70%.
I don't know what it was for, and one of the things she had to fill out was like, "What's a fun fact about yourself?"
I'm a
and
pedophile.
And I'm saying you should say that historically you were the first female member of NAMBLA. Do you know
Hey,
NAMBLA?
really?
No.
NAMBLA is the North American Man-Boy Love Association.
I thought. Wait.
Like, as in
I thought Nambla was like a real thing.
I think it is.
It is a real thing.
No, but like a different real thing.
No, it is the Man-Boy Love Association.
I think you're thinking of the one for smart people, right?
Maybe I don't fucking
Are you
know.
thinking of NAFTA, maybe?
NAFTA? Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
NASDAQ. Are you thinking
NAFTA,
NASDAQ?
NASDAQ, the Pokemon stocks. Yeah.
PKMN.
No, that's what I'm thinking of.
No, but it's
Man
just
Boy Love Association.
like, look,
That's cool. I respect
pedophiles have gotten better optic sense, right? Like,
From
calling
who?
it, no, let me explain.
From other pedophiles.
Calling it, I mean, obviously they're still not seen in a positive light, but like the Man Boy Love Association, why call it that, right? Obviously, not a good look, and you're already pedophiles, so you need a good look.
Yeah.
But now they're saying like, oh, we're MAPs, NAPs, minor
Yeah,
attracted
minor
people,
attracted
which
persons.
people still hear that and they go, fuck you.
yeah.
But the fact
rightfully
that they made abbreviation and made it less immediately like fucking
identifiable.
cringe-inducing.
If you're not
They've got
always
it a little
online,
better optics, right? Soon, eventually, they're gonna call themselves something even more innocuous, and
But-
eventually we'll accept them.
Well,
Soon they'll try to
no.
co-opt a word
What?
that people already use.
I think
MAP
so.
is already a word people use.
All right, well,
MAP
look,
was already
earlier-
an
earlier
acronym
we
for
found
something.
Look,
Uh,
earlier we workshopped
MAP?
a cool phrase for Asian people. Now let's workshop a new
A new
term
pedophile
for pedophiles so
association.
that they can be accepted.
Because MAP's already out. Like, I mean, I guess for
And look,
always.
I'll get out of the way right now. Libertarian, huh? All right.
For always,
That's funny.
That's
for
dumb.
always online people like me and Phineas, we know MAP.
Yeah.
We're familiar with
Chronically
the term.
online
Yeah.
people.
But you may not be familiar with such terms, and you may not even think about pedophiles often like we do.
Yeah.
Like we
Our
often.
constant struggle with thinking about pedophiles.
I just constantly am imagining a pedophile.
Okay, but when we're talking about pedophiles here, we're not. Are we talking about?
No,
Tage,
we're not-
we're talking about you specifically.
Okay, we
because that's
will-
no female
I will.
file.
I will expand this to not just pedophiles, to both pedophiles and all anyone who has an attraction, people who are specifically under 18, right?
Okay.
Like if them being under 18 is part of it for them.
Cultural
But there's a
differences.
difference between.
Shut the fuck up!
No,
Oh my
there-
god!
It needs to be said.
All right, Tage,
It
just
needs to be
just
said.
so that we can move past this, I will acknowledge that there is a difference between wanting to fuck, say, a 15-year-old and like
A 10-year-old.
baby.
No, a 10-year-old.
Or a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Those are three different things.
Yeah. Very different. So you should
Right,
use the same
and
term
without
for that.
getting into the
Why
ways,
not?
without
Because
getting
it's
okay.
drastically different. We
All
just-
right,
we
Tage,
just
I
discussed
will,
that.
but Tage, let's create a catch-all term, acknowledging that they're different. Let's create a
We're never
catch-all
gonna get
term.
our
A new
sponsorship.
term.
A catch-all.
Franzia's listening to this one and they're just like, maybe we shouldn't.
Let's find a catch-all term that gives good optics for these people.
Yeah.
Alright.
Slightly. Okay, no. Maturity attracted persons.
Yeah.
Good start. Focus on the maturity aspect
Maturity.
Oh,
of these people.
so it implies that it's like, oh, I'm attracted to mature people. It's like, no, the opposite.
Well, no, but they're mature
Okay,
in
here's
personality,
the
so
thing.
they can consent.
We should
therefore.
make this term like an indirect accusation of people who aren't this group, right? So what I'm trying to say is like rather than saying like I'm someone who's attracted to this
Be
group,
like-
you should be like I'm someone who's not concerned with this
Okay,
arbitrary
yeah,
factor
this
that other
factor
people
of
are.
person.
And what is that factor? How do we angle that? Right?
Like fucking developmentally distracted person.
Yeah.
Developmentally ignoring persons.
Yeah, like if you go like
I ignore.
non post pubescently. No, because then
That is already.
Oh, yeah.
That's a problem.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Tage, you're acting like you have a gotcha. We're trying to come up with this.
Tage has
If
because
you're in the
what
middle,
is- what
if
is
you're in the
really-
middle of puberty, is that so like?
All right,
So what is the actual difference between
All right.
someone 18 and 19, right? You can't. There's no hard line, but there's a hard line with puberty.
Okay.
There's hormonal
Okay,
changes,
okay.
right?
All right.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Gotcha.
But
All right.
Gotcha.
So what is it?
Tage is in fact a pedophile. This is
So-
legally on air.
No.
So what is a term?
He just respects the right. I
ignoring
respect
ignoring
that.
puberty because that's not the line between 17 and 18. What is the line between that we can say? that
Why we're not lawmakers or biologists?
No, exactly, but it's an optics thing, right?
Okay. Well, we're not encompassing all pedophiles then. We gotta make this
look,
movement for all
Tage has been
pedophiles.
clear that he doesn't want us to be using the term pedophile.
Yeah.
Where's the cutoff for you then, Tage?
You can use pedophile for someone that's.
Tage, what is the
below.
youngest age of girl you'd fuck?
Guys,
I don't think that's what I'm just saying you're using the fucking word wrong. You have to make like inferences
Tage
on
is
like
just-
what.
Tage is just
Tage,
the-
just
where-
said- okay.
where's the line for you?
Oh, my
God. No.
All right.
Where's the line?
No,
I'd say I don't know. It depends on the fucking girl.
what if instead saying
See,
that
it
you're
depends on the
what if
fucking.
instead of saying that you're attracted to people who are below 18, you say I'm attracted to people who cannot go to war.
I'm attracted to those who do not participate in the military-industrial
Look,
complex.
All I'll say is that if you are someone who can vote,
Not attracted.
You can go to war and have sex with any random guy, but you can't get a drink. This
Yeah.
country's fucked up.
all right.
Yeah.
Pre-suffrage
Yeah.
philia.
What?
Pre-suffrage enthusiasts.
Suffrage?
Enthusiast.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
suffrage
right
voting.
to vote. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, dude.
and they argue that that's what gets them off, not the.
the lack of the right to argue against.
Yeah, like
you.
I like the idea.
The
that you don't
agency
have a
that
say in
the
politics.
agency and your government that comes with being able to vote is just a major turn.
I like that you don't. No, but then he's like, but the really red-pilled ones are just like, you don't have the right to vote, but neither do
All right,
I. 'Cause
so-
it all means nothing.
Because I am a felon. Because I've had sex with underage.
Okay, and that's
So I also do not have the right to vote.
free suffrage enthusiast is a little clunky, but when you shorten it to PSE, it's like I'm a PSE. You know, I'm part of the LGBT community.
LGBT PSE.
Yeah,
PSE is in like brackets, so it encompasses all one, not just something.
Yeah, that's the plus. Yeah.
LGBTQ plus. That's. I mean, that plus is dangerous because
The plus is very
be like,
concerning.
all right.
LGBT plus and then minus, and then the minus stands for 18 minus.
Yeah. Yeah, where are the minuses on there? Yeah, I think we've done it, boys. We've solved pedophilia.
We did it.
I think we did the opposite.
We've
But
encouraged
here's
it.
the thing. And then in other places where the right to vote is different, you know, so is this inclusive of them?
Yeah, what if you can't
Agent
vote?
consent's different
If
all
you
over
can't
the
vote
US.
in... It's not that different all over the US,
16,
though.
17 to 18, so...
It's not that different, though. It's not such a wide margin
I don't know.
there.
If I think how it was when I was 16, when I was 18. It's an important couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where?
And I don't need
those?
I don't need my teacher
How
diddling me
many?
to
How many states?
fuck up my
How
development.
many states have 16? How many states? Is
we
it
do.
Just yeah, but how many?
We do.
You know, I know all the metrics. I know all the
Yeah,
metrics in
Jeff,
my head.
You
I
seem
just
to know that pretty well.
so when a Tinder girl is like 23, don't know why it says that. Just like,
Yeah.
all right, we're good,
Yeah,
boys.
it's like 23, actually 18. It's like, what the fuck? You were on here since you were 13 years old?
I mean, like, a lot of people just view Tinder as just like, they view it as just like a conversation, like, have fun maker. That's what girls do. They don't respect our
How many
feelings.
bars are we in?
2,000.
We're at 2,004.
2,400 bars.
The last one went to 4,000, I
We're
believe.
spitting
so.
bars.
Oh, we
homie.
did bars last time too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So this
well,
is
the last
like
one was 2 hours.
yeah. So this is like an hour and some change
All
right
right.
now.
Cool.
Yeah. Speaking of Tinder women,
My sister saw you on Tinder today, Jackson.
she told you that.
Based.
Why didn't she swipe on me, dog?
I uninstalled
because
Tinder.
I said that she shouldn't do that.
You told I didn't swipe on her. That's for sure.
I swiped on her, but I uninstalled it, so I don't know if she can see me. I think my account's suppressed right now.
So she's just like, I saw Jackson on
We're
Tinder
opening
today.
a pack, boys.
What,
Oh,
why
look
are you
at look
talk-
at his form.
3, 4.
Why is your
Oh,
sister
yeah.
talking to you about her Tinder habits? That's weird.
Well,
'Cause
when she
knows
sees
that
you,
she knows I don't like it.
That she talked about it.
Yeah.
Sandalit, Raikou, and Dusknoir. Not bad. Interesting
Poggers.
ability.
Yeah.
It says, all special energy attached to Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's, provide a colorless energy and have no other effect.
Well, it doesn't matter whether she swiped on me. I already fucked her, so.
Okay. Me first.
I did that too.
yeah. All right.
Is
so,
LGBTQI.
Jack, how much how much money have you made so far, Jack? On the rares.
Yeah, what's
Money we
our-
made, I'm not going to sell any of these, so $0.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, 20 cents. 20,
No,
25
it's counting
cents.
it.
20 cents. 50 cents. $5. $10. $20. And then these are all worth like 25 cents. This one's worth...
So about $20.
Oh?
That's what it
No,
came
about 40, I'd say.
Oh,
Mm.
counting the $20 one, yeah.
Yeah, we had pretty
So
lucky
about 40,
packs.
yeah.
We had a shit ton of rare pulls. So
Hell yeah, dude.
That's
We're
nice.
rolling in
Yeah.
it.
we had colossal
Wait,
Christian.
cut this out. Oh my god, Jack. Jack didn't make any money on this. You guys send us money.
That was the
What?
plan.
What the fuck? How are they gonna send us money? We don't even have like a Patreon right
Well,
now.
Jack's full name is on most of the apps. Just
Yeah,
Venmo.
Venmo,
yeah, just Venmo.
Venmo Jack.
Jack Dash.
No, like
Yeah.
you put the what is it, the title picture as your fucking Venmo QR code.
Yeah.
Brown Briggs.
Brown Briggs podcast Venmo.
Currently, my Venmo is.
We'd have to open a bank account.
No, currently my
Make it a
Venmo
business.
profile picture is the one of me, like, in the mirror, taking a selfie, and I have my arm wrapped around Toru from Dragon Maid.
Oh, yeah, you showed
I
us that.
photoshopped Toru from there.
Yeah, that's
And,
fucking awesome.
I have a new
Would you
one.
Photoshop her on an actual girl?
Oh wait,
No,
have you
it's
seen-
not an
no.
actual
I just
girl.
held I just held my hand up.
There was an actual girl in the photo.
Yeah, and then there was no. I did do that for one when there was like a chick that I was just like, it was like a joke that I was like, all right, I'm gonna get over her, and then I was like, look,
Time to
fucking anime
Photoshop
one.
Haruhi in. What the fuck?
catch that code card. That's worth like $2 right now.
The code cards are worth $2.
Well, you
Yeah,
can
for
use
people
them
who
for
play
the
them online,
PTCGO.
And that's all people are playing right now.
Oh shit! Like you can scan the. Oh
yeah,
damn,
and then
that's
you get a
actually-
pack online, and that's all people are playing right.
Are you gonna sell those, Jack?
No, I'm gonna use them because I play that.
'Cause you
game.
can sell
no,
them
but actually,
online.
you don't open the packs online. What you do is you barter with them. So you take that, and then like there's certain sites
It's the
that
same
are.
exact cards in
Yeah.
them, right?
Well, yeah, it's no, not the same exact cards. This is a random pack.
Oh, okay.
So you get a random pack, but you barter with packs. So certain cards, like if it's like, oh, I want a Steelix V, you can trade 3 packs for that.
Yeah, I feel like
So-
organizing is such that the scan cards would be the same cards. That'd be like
That'd be hard. Yeah.
logistically
Yeah,
difficult.
nightmare.
Jack,
Yeah.
what's a screensaver? Is our audio being lost?
Oh no, we're good. The Chinese people who do that aren't
Looking
paid enough
at
to go.
phones with sunglasses on. Not
Hard
a
as
good
fuck.
idea.
Why are you wearing the sunglasses?
I just
future's
feel
so
like
bright.
I don't know what I look like in them, but I feel like I probably look good in them.
Look, they're good sunglasses.
You do look good.
fine, yeah.
Warby
already told
Parkers.
you, you
But
look
yeah,
like Tom
no,
Cruise.
there's like sites
That's why I've
that
kept them on.
there are like sites that like scan and be like, okay, this card is currently valued at 7 cards or 7 packs or whatever. So you take them, and then if you want to make any decks, you just like I like to open them because I'm an idiot, but I understand the marketplace. I understand the value in the marketplace.
I
Yeah, you
can
should
read
become.
the lines.
Yeah, you should become just like. You just advise people on their Pokemon. card
Pokemon
investment.
investment advisor.
That's what that one like scam artist was. So I think there might be
Yeah.
room for that.
You a little more.
In the Pokemon industry.
A little bit.
Oh yeah. It's very I don't know.
Become head of like your own investment firm. but just in
Third.
Pokemon
Yeah.
Like our
cards.
wine box sounds, we double as an ASMR podcast.
Yeah, double as an ASMR of us peeing into a toilet, basically.
Yeah.
That's what it always sounds
That,
like.
and then later in the show, we always all go to pee in the toilet. So.
It's true. You can kind of hear that.
I think our podcast might be the only one that has a bathroom break so frequently.
Because we're constantly drinking.
It's
Well,
how
it was a
should
lot
be.
worse with like the beer and stuff. Like the wine, we definitely it's a lot less.
I'm surprised I haven't had to pee yet.
Well, yeah, with the beer, you just, I mean,
You
like,
just
you don't
pound
chug
it,
it, but
yeah.
you pound it.
Yeah.
But with wine, you, like, sip it.
You don't chug it.
You don't
but
chug it,
pound
but you pound it.
You know, the distinction between those two actions, those two verbs.
Let's put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Guys,
That would be
please
a very
go-
lame.
please go-
Brown.bricks.com.
Go to
That's such a lame
redbubble.com.
fucking t-shirt.
Brown.bricks. Is
Our
that gonna
first
be, you
t-shirt-
can make the t-shirts.
our
Who wants
first-
to make the t-shirts?
No, our first t-shirt has to be "Lollies are now legal." Just
Hell
across
yeah, lollies
the
are
It's
now
not even
legal.
our joke.
Fuck! Dude, I didn't.
Well, now we've done it.
Yes, we have. Thank
Now
you.
we've
Thank
done
you
it.
for reminding me. One, two. I had the perfect opportunity.
I know. I was like
Yeah.
looking at you like he's not saying it.
I actually forgot about it.
Our first t-shirt will just
Thank
be
you for reminding me.
Tasia's home address and his face below that.
That would be such a good t-shirt.
It'd be Matt's face below it.
Just somebody's address in general and just their face is a good t-shirt.
We still got to do our Don't Wake Up Matt cast.
Oh,
We
shit.
come here early in the morning or very late at night, and we put the mic on top of Matt's chest.
And we ASMR the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like the idea of doing a podcast so bright and early that because I mean, right now
Yeah.
we've done it at times where I'd say we're all pretty awake.
Yeah.
But like, if we do it at times where like we're all super sleepy, I wonder what that would sound like.
It would probably
just
fucking
worse.
suck.
Yeah, it'd probably just be
We
bad.
would not be
Oh, what?
energized.
Guys, we got to brainstorm. What are ways we can make this podcast actively worse?
We can do that very
Oh,
easily.
no,
What do
yeah.
you mean? We
I love
already
how
do
it's
this
like
often
it's
enough.
it's already not great, but we can so easily make this
Brainstorm
amazingly worse.
is not what we
Jack,
need to
while
do.
this is recording, can you add like a simple drum loop in the background?
Oh, well, I mean, I
Once
actually
again, we're doing this on GarageBand. We don't know how long we've gone, but we know how many bars we're in.
I fucking I like before.
Probably.
So the volume's not on my like the mic's picking up, but the volume is just like really
Oh,
low on my
our
computer.
fucking gain is lower than normally. Should we turn it
That's
up?
fine. It's
Okay.
it's
It's
we're all
definitely
picking up,
recording,
but
yeah.
it's I had it before where I had like the metronome on, so you could hear the metronome for a little bit. So I had to turn that off because it always is like you're doing music in here, right? You're not
recording.
You're not recording a podcast of 2,672
Listeners.
measures.
Yeah, let's just upload this to Spotify as a song instead of a
Yeah,
podcast.
SoundCloud.
Then
I do-
it's easier to see how many views you've got.
It's true, yeah.
it's-
Well, I mean, it's super easy right now.
Well, for you, but I'm always like, I want to know.
I could just
True,
Jack.
yeah.
Jack has it. Can you make it so I can access
Can we
that?
be
also?
Sure,
admins
absolutely.
of the
Cool.
account?
Because I'm gonna look at that obsessively. I'm gonna phone it in hard on the podcast, and then outside of the podcast, be like, "Why aren't we doing well?"
Like, guys, we need to get our metrics up. What the fuck? You guys aren't being funny enough.
There's nothing like being like stingy about just like, all right, our 60 viewers, guys, we need to get this.
Let's fake a giveaway. We will give away the rest of these Pokemon packs to email us.
No, we won't. We'll give away.
No, we're not faking this giveaway. This
We'll
is
give
a real
away a
giveaway.
PS5.
If you were above
PS5 and
Look,
a
if
small
you were-
mouth
once
girl
again,
who will suck your small
above,
penis.
if you're above 18, send us naked pictures of yourself, and the best naked picture gets all the booster packs. That's guys, we're serious.
All the
That's
ones
real.
that we have
If I-
not opened by the time you send us the email.
if I get dick pics in the email, I'm blaming you. For this.
Why would you blame me?
What the fuck?
Well, bro,
It's a part of your
Bro.
job as the email handler.
when we brought you on,
Yeah.
we told you.
Yeah, you
handle
told
the
me
email.
you handle the emails. And I was like,
Okay.
well, it's better than my old job, which was putting the colossals in the fucking in the Pokemon
Yeah.
packs.
We're gonna
It's
have,
better than
we're gonna have
attempting to
set
jump
up-
off the side
yeah.
of the factory.
We're gonna have to set up a
and
suicide net for Jack.
Yeah.
He's flooded with tiny little
My
Japanese
house
dick
is a
pics.
my
We
house
are-
is one story, but I
Well, we're on Tage's second floor right now, so you could probably kill yourself.
That
You
was
do
that
head
was
first
a good
down
joke
here.
in the new Borat movie. Where like, oh, they're all our investors are jumping out of windows. And it's
Yeah,
just a
it just
2-story
breaks
building.
his leg.
Yeah. And it's like, ugh.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
It's all in the technique.
Yeah.
It's all about do a combat roll as you jump out of the
Then
building.
you're fine.
Then you're
You can just
fine.
shake it off.
You can do that from literally any height.
I do. Yeah.
Well, have you seen those belly flopper videos?
Yes.
Wait, wait, did we
this
talk
a
about this
fetish?
already?
Belly
Is it fetish?
floppers?
No, I've never heard this.
I think so. Belly flop, when you belly flop, like you disperse a lot of the weight equally. So the highest dives that you
It's
can possibly
efficient.
do is through like a belly flop or through like a very,
and
very,
survive,
very
or what do you mean?
and survive. Yeah.
Okay.
So-
I guess that makes sense.
So you can do like, because I mean,
that
it's
doesn't sound right.
no, because when you like
Otherwise
you
you
either have to
just
do that or
break
a
all
very,
your
very,
fucking
very, very,
fingers.
very
Because at a
deep
certain
pool.
once you're high enough, reaching the water is not
You reach
realistic.
terminal velocity
So
at a certain
at a certain point, you reach the point where rather than trying to breach the water with minimal like fucking slapping going on like
Yeah.
you do with fucking a belly flop, you just want to disperse the impact, right?
Yeah, and
So
so
I guess that
people
makes sense.
Fuck.
people
That
there's
doesn't
there's
sound right
people
at
who
all.
are like
It makes-
really really high up in a very shallow pool and they just belly flop into it. Let me see if I can find it. It was quite a fascinating video.
That sounds horrifying. Like, I don't know. I guess it depends on how far. Like, if you're jumping off the Empire State Building into a pool that's deep enough, I doubt a belly flop is gonna.
You're in done anyway.
Well, yeah. As soon as you reach terminal velocity, you're dead, right?
Here's
Here's the highest belly flop of all time.
Oh Jesus Christ! Into like a baby pool? What the fuck? No.
That's the
Well,
point.
I guess when you're belly flopping, it doesn't matter how high you go.
That is fucked. He's going. He's falling.
Yeah, it's 11
53
11.51
Oh.
meters for those. It's a belly flop and he's flying into a pool that does not have a lot of water.
No, this shit is literally like a little filled up kiddie pool, and he's belly flopping into it. What the fuck, dude?
Damn, the fucking
Why?
balls on that guy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because like you would die from that height if you just dropped in normally.
Well, yeah, with your legs,
Yeah.
extended, yeah.
They should. Someone should try to do this. They should try to become the flattest person on Earth. Right?
Flat
Flat
Stanley.
stem. Yeah.
And then,
Up top.
And then-
Fucking-
and then someone should grab that person by their ankles, swing them around, and see if they can skip them
How
across
would
a
you be-
lake.
How do you propose one becomes flatter?
Well, look,
How do you...
Wait, can't I mean there's those
I had
like,
this idea off the cuff. You can't expect me to know every detail right away.
can you it's like made it's
You know,
like the Made
you
in
know,
Abyss movie.
You know,
It's-
like foot binding where they change. The
Yeah,
Okay,
you just bind
so-
your body.
Yeah.
So, like,
every
Yeah.
night you go to sleep with like a fucking big ass weight over your whole body.
Yeah.
so
Flatten it
very
down.
very fucked up. I like thought
Your bones
if
are
anybody
fucked.
saw the Made in Abyss movie, the one guy who the way that he does it is he takes orphans and removes all like unnecessary parts so he can put them into like a briefcase so he can use that. Like the point is so he can go from the 6th layer to the 5th layer, because the way that you can make that jump is if you have someone who truly loves you, then they will take a lot of that burden off of you and you'll only be inflicted with the like blessing of the abyss.
Oh
and
yeah,
not the
yeah,
curse.
that's why they did that.
Yeah,
shit,
and
boy.
so he basically just takes a bunch of orphans. It's just like, oh, you're really cool, I love you, and then he takes
So he
out.
makes them love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he makes them
Damn,
love
I
him.
didn't know that got so that movie got.
What do you
so
mean?
dark.
Oh, dude, that's
the whole
entire thing.
series
I wa-
is dark.
It's
I
a very
watched the
dark
first
series.
like 5 episodes and I'm like, I don't know, because
Yeah,
like you know it starts pretty slow.
I like the first episode, but yeah, it gets pretty dark. But yeah, that guy, it's
Yeah,
probably the
really
most fucked up thing you can do to a person because they're still alive. And they're still like their brain is still active, so like they
Yeah.
still like know that stuff is
Shit.
going on.
Will they
And they're
still
just,
love
like-
you after they know that
Well,
you
no,
betray them?
I
Like,
doubt
Well,
it.
they're like orphans, and so they're just like, oh, well, because they have to be alive for the surgery or whatever. But I'm just imagining
blind,
getting a
fuck.
flat Stanley and being like,
I'm just, like,
remove all the unnecessary organs.
Skipping them across the fucking lake.
Just to skip instead of like trying to explore the abyss, all you do is just do the
You're
fucking.
smart.
All you do is get flat Stanley
Dumb
to
as
skip,
fuck.
and that was the point of the
I-
joke.
I just put Tage's
You
glasses.
look like
on.
Spoilers for
woman.
the Made in Abyss movie, by the way.
Tage is blind as hell.
Well, I also have astigmatism, so that
I would
that
hope
might-
Tage is wearing his glasses for a reason.
Astigmatism against Astigmatism against what race?
we're getting good audio now, guys.
Yeah, what stigmatism?
They
Yeah,
traded
yeah.
glasses.
All right,
Funny joke.
all right.
I think it's time.
Let's find a good clip. Let's open another
Yeah,
pack.
let's-
of
One
Pokemon
last
cards.
pack.
And then, does anyone have just a killer story?
Jackson's all yours.
Alright, yeah, this is the first pack I've opened.
All right.
Oh yeah, did Tage do one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I
no,
do.
no. That's not how you
It's
do
the
it.
wrong way.
Yep. All right. So take out the bottom card. Yeah, that's fine. And then, all right. And then 4 to the front.
Yeah, 1, 2.
You're allowed to look while you're doing
Yeah.
that.
No, I'm not.
Hell yeah. All right.
Alright.
Cool.
You got the water,
Water
energy.
energy.
We
got
Beauty.
lady.
Oh, shit.
We got beauty.
Beauty.
She's, she's an
fucking
interesting
thought,
card.
dude.
Shuckle.
Fucking no,
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 look
No,
at
it's
what?
Leaf.
no, it's
You can
my
use it
card.
on
Let me
your
look at
first
the
turn.
beauty
No,
card.
no, I gotta use a
Oh,
Shut
shotgun.
up!
That evolves into Alcremie. They're fighting over the lady card, which is 12 cents, I think.
Milcery, I've never heard of this Pokemon.
Fucking
It's a new
thought.
Pokemon. It's fucking stupid.
It evolves into Alcremie. Alcremie's
Whooper.
pretty cool. It's just a bunch.
Pretty
Creamy.
Pog.
Alcremie
cream
is a
in your
bunch
mouth,
of
buddy.
fucking. It's just an
Nincada.
ice cream cone.
Pretty Pog.
Or not
Whismur,
ice cream. It's just a bunch of ice cream.
Lame.
Sorry.
Drillbur, pretty cool. Did I not do enough?
I keep
I don't think I
throwing
did
Jack's
enough.
cards.
No, you're
behind
good.
the
That
couch.
sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Okay.
That's
We got a
commons.
Zygarde here who's a little fucking mech.
Yeah, Zygarde's
he's-
fucking weird. And
he's a
then you have
hollow
Clefable, which
Zygarde.
people are actually hyping quite a bit because
People
it's
are
an interesting
hyping.
ability.
Is
People
it
are
not
pogging
pronounced
for that.
Clefable?
No,
It's
it's
pronounced
Clefable.
Clefable. You
Fuck.
You
Well,
don't
it's
e-
pronounced
do you-
Clefairy.
do you-
It's pronounced Clefairy.
Do you even
It's not
play
pronounced
OU?
Clefable.
Do you even play OU? Clefable is so ubiquitous.
Yeah, Clefairy like fairy, and then Clefable like a fable.
That's fucking
Yeah.
stupid. You're stupid. Anyways, I got Zygarde. It's the coolest card in Pokemon. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yes, it
No,
is.
no, we can't end on that.
Goodbye.
Why not? Why can't we end on that?
That's
You
right.
guys,
You
you
make
always
good
say,
points.
"Well, we can't end on that." Fucking
I've
end it.
never said that ever.
It's
I've
only
literally
been
never
me.
said that.
You've said we can't end on that numerous times.
No.
Times where I've
What
tried
was
to
our
say.
retention to the
We're,
end
to
of the
times where I've
podcast?
tried to say
Quite high at
goodbye
this
and
point.
just end the podcast.
I've never
Just-
done that.
You have. You've
I-
denied me doing that every time
We-
I've
we
tried.
talked
to
before
Phineas's
the
end of the last
podcast.
podcast was pretty based. The one where he's just like homeless people are based because
Oh,
they
yeah.
do drugs, and then I cut it out before any of us laughed at that. So it just sounds like you just said that.
All right. Tage,
Cut it
tell us
where
a
I
good
said
story.
goodbye.
Yeah.
No.
Shut up! You're extending this. I'm hitting your space bar.